You're looking at that little flip-out screen on the side of your camera, thinking that it's giving you the exact exposure and color you're capturing. It's not. It's lying to you. I've spent 5 decades looking through the lens, and today I'm going to show you why trusting that teeny monitor is a trap and what to do instead. You can thank me later. I'm Tommie D, the Camera O.G., and school is in session. Where you have your eyepiece, where you actually put your eye to the viewfinder, a flip-out viewfinder allows you to kind of look at the image and step back from it. And you might think that, well, geez, that's been around forever because your experience with any camcorder you see has a flip-out viewfinder. Guys and girls, most professional digital cameras don't have this. This is something that really came about with the consumer camcorders that went into the prosumer line, where you can actually, look at the image, show the image to other people and whatnot. Actually, some operators prefer now looking at that flip-out viewfinder than putting their eye to the eyepiece. And I prefer that attachment to the camera. Some operators actually prefer kind of sitting back and looking at that image almost like, well, that's what it's going to look like on the TV set. That you're kind of sitting back away from it, and it gives you kind of a different feel. One of the challenges of these flip-out viewfinders is that under bright light conditions outside, they're very difficult to see. And if your camera has both, and some cameras have both, then the eyepiece might be the way to go. Now, a lot of times the viewfinder also is a way to access menu controls in the camera, either by touchscreen or at least basic information. So a lot of times, a lot of the work we do on the viewfinder is not viewing the image at all. It's actually just playing with the internal mechanisms of the camera. The nice thing about the viewfinder, it allows you to put the camera in an odd position and just orientate the viewfinder so you can look at it. So I can do a very low shot, where imagine doing a very low shot, trying to also look through the viewfinder. I would be really hunched over into the camera and not very mobile. But with that flip-out viewfinder, I could do a walking shot where the camera is held low, almost touching the ground, and I could still see the image and walk and move the camera around, where through an eyepiece it would be impossible. On professional cameras that don't have a flip-out viewfinder, a lot of times we'll rent separate viewfinders that we attach to the camera. Be careful about this flip-out viewfinder. It is not very accurate when it comes to color information and exposure information. And I know so many people that will just rely on that little monitor as their guide. Understand that the money that goes into a camera, especially a low-end camera, is going into the electronics and the glass, the lens, not on that viewfinder. And so it's a scary proposition if you're relying on that image as being what's actually being recorded. Not all LCD viewfinders are the same. One of the things you can actually physically look at specs on is the actual resolution. Usually the more pixels, the better the quality. I definitely would look at that. And then just physically look at the brightness of it. Also, if you're looking at it off angle, how quickly does the image degrade? I mean, you'll find that on LCD television sets or your computer screen. As you move from different angles, that the actual image starts getting darker as I'm not straight onto it. On a computer monitor, it's really not that much of a problem because I'm always looking straight at it. But for a viewfinder, if the camera's in a strange angle and I'm not square onto that monitor, I don't want that image to disappear on me. So you definitely want to sit and play with it before you make that purchase. There's a lot of reviews on consumer and prosumer equipment out there, and take advantage of that. Do your research and just make sure you're looking in the reviews for things that are really important. If I'm not going to buy a separate monitor, should I look for a camera that has a good LCD flip-out viewfinder? Usually the cost of the camera will also help determine the quality of that viewfinder. But yes, I would definitely, when I'm looking at cameras, look at that image that you have on there, and don't, sizes and everything. Just because a camera might have a bigger flip-out monitor, it also might be a very poorly made LCD screen. So I would want to make sure that the image is as accurate as possible, and sometimes that smaller flip-out viewfinder might be better than something much larger. And also just operating outdoors, some you can see better outdoors than others. So I definitely would test that camera out before I purchase it. I would rather spend a little less for my camera and have money left over to buy a good monitor than to buy a more expensive camera and not having a good monitor on the side. And it's because of this flip-out viewfinder. You cannot rely on it. It's great for composition. It's great for operating, but it isn't a good guide for color and luminance.
So remember, never trust an onboard monitor. It'll lie to you every time. But you can always trust the Camera O.G. Hit that subscribe button so you'll never get caught in that exposure trap again. I'm Tommie D, and we're officially out of time. See you on the next frame. And remember, be bold, be passionate, be awesome.